Hello, my stamping friends. It's Diane Evans with stampingwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So if this is one of your first times joining me on YouTube, welcome. Make sure you do subscribe, hit that bell below, and you'll get notified immediately as soon as I upload or go live. So today what I want to do is I want to share a couple of things from the new annual catalog. And also I want, it's a swap card that I've done. So I'm just going to switch on right down and let's get started on this. So I'm going to be using the True Beauty. Now this True Beauty can be found, I kind of like to show you where it can be found. It can be found in the annual catalog on page 66 and 67. It is combined with the suite. And it also has, in the suite, it has some beautiful designer series paper, plus also some iridescent pearls. But we're not going to be using those today. But we are going to be using the stamp set. I love the distinctive stamp set that's there. And then, of course, these dies. It has a beautiful lattice die that's like that. And then ones with the florals and then some silhouette dies as well. And we're also going to be using a few other things that are in this catalog. So let me just put that off to the side. We're going to be using these split texture dies. I love these. And these are found on page, they're just regular dies. They don't go with anything. They can be found on page 174. And there's two of them. There's one with this and one with the lattice sort of type things. Plus also I'm going to be using, let's see, and I'm going to have to go back here. And I know I'm using a lot of stuff, but this card it just needs to be done that way. So I'm using these charming silhouettes. I think this is one of the best, one of the hidden gems in this catalog. It has these, let's see, how many are there? There's 17 sentiments. And then they also have dies and different things that go together. So check these ones out here. I just started using this and oh my goodness, it's amazing. So if you've got lots added to your wish list, let me tell you, one of the best deals that you can do, and we haven't seen this kind of a deal at all, is there's I joined my team, one going on right now, and it's a starter kit. And what you do is you join the Stampin' Up community, or you can join my Stampin' Up community, and you get $255 worth of stuff for $135 here in Canada. So you get your normal, you get to pick $165 worth of stuff, but then you also get these other amazing things. You would get some grid paper, some in color cardstock, some designer series paper, and of course the ink pads. Amazing. This is a great deal. Like I say, you can't ask for a better deal. $255 worth of stuff for $135. So I'm just telling you, if you have lots added to your wish list, this is the thing to do. All right, so let's get going on this. That offer is actually only good until the 31st of May. So like I say, it's a great deal. All right, so pretty vibrant colors, right? I have polished pink. I'm usually, if I'm going to go pink, I go pink and gray, but we're going to go really bold, and I'm going with polished pink and black. So I have my card pieces here. So I'll just show you what I've got. I've got a piece that's 4 1/4 by 11, and I've scored it 5 1/2. And we'll just go in and mark that up, or score that with my bone folder. Now I've gone ahead and cut this out ahead of time. I'm going to be doing some die cutting because I'm also showing you the fantastic new and improved magnetic sheet. So this is that die that's cut from the split dies. Like I say, you could use either one of them. I thought this one would be appropriate to go along with this stamp set that I'm using. So I'm going to go ahead and let's put that on there. Now, the best way to actually put this on is probably with an adhesive sheet. However, that's a lot of adhesive sheet to use when you have this much stuff. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to go and put my glue a thin thread of glue. And then I'm just going to let this sit just for a second so that it sets just a little bit. And of course, we're just going to put that off to the side just for a second. Now, then what I can do is I can come ahead and I'm going to stamp. I'm going to stamp this image. I was going to do a lot more stamping on this card, but then I decided, you know what? I think I want to stamp this and I want to stamp this particular flower. So I have my polished pink and I'm just going to stamp, like I say, that one image, just like so. And it is distinctive, so don't be alarmed because this part is not going to stamp as much. And then I'm going to stamp this leafy image, this one here, leafy, no, I guess it's more like buds image. I'm going to do that in the Memento ink. Originally, I was going to do this in black gray and then just a tiny bit of pink, but then I changed it up. So let's go, and we're just going to put that there. Now, I am using the magnetic plate, so because I'm going to be running a bunch of stuff all through together, I want to make sure that I have it far enough apart so that I can actually put it all on the same one together. Okay, this looks like this is set enough. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that on the front of the card. We're not going to have as much wiggle room with this because I've let it set for a bit. There we go. I've got that there. I am going to cut out, my goodness, where did all my paper go to? All right. So we're going to need to cut out a few of these other pieces. So I'm going to use it all together, but I want to use that sentiment. And the sentiment that I want to use is this one, wishing you the happiest of birthdays. So I can go ahead and let me just stamp that right now. And we're going to do it with Memento. And because it is photopolymer, let's make sure that I've got it on a paper piercing mat. I have a hard time saying that word. So let me just go stamp that again, just like so. I don't know if I put that up far enough. I think I did. We'll give it a try anyways. And then we need this piece, and we need this piece, and this piece, and this flower. All right, so now what I'm going to do is let's come in with our cut and emboss machine. And this, like I say, we are going to be using our new and improved magnetic plate. And I'm telling you, it's so thick. It's thicker than the other one. It has metal on one side, and it weighs 1 pound heavier than the other one. So it's just showing you that there's lots that you can do with it. So we're going to I'm going to put some of these things on here. Let's see. All right. So I want to do this in the petal pink. I mean the polished pink. I want to cut this piece out here. I'm going to cut this out in the black. But these aren't going anywhere, so it's amazing. So the sandwich that you're going to use is not the sandwich that's in with the magnetic plate. You're going to use number 1, number 5, and a number 3 plate. The number 3 plate is just your regular plate that's going on there. So let me just going to move this a little bit out of the way so that I can get this. Now there won't be any post-it notes. You don't need any post-it note tape for this. This is going to go on here just like so. And we need this one cut out as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that on there. Now, see, these are the dies they cut out. You know what? I'm going to take this off here just for a second, just so that I can line this up. Because I can't see when it's that high because I have my table raised. So there we go. That's that. Okay. Let's bring that back in. We're going to just put this on here like so. And let's just run it through with a plate. Double checking to make sure I've got everything lined up. You know what, let me put that just a tiny bit over there. Nothing's touching. So it's not going to move on me. As long as I don't get this part moving. Like, I want to make sure it's right in the middle. Whoops, and we're shaking and we're doing everything, but this is all going to work out good. So let me just take that cut and emboss off. And so we have this die that we're going to need. We have this die. See how this one's cut that piece out. So isn't that cool, the way that that cuts that out? And this one as well. And of course, we need this one off. Now, you do not have to use this magnetic plate for every single cut that you do with your cut and emboss anymore. I tend to use the regular cutting, like with that one with the corner, the split one. I went and I cut that out just regularly. I just find that it's a lot easier with those particular ones not to have to do it with the magnetic plate. Now, because I am actually doing this as a swap, I am probably also, I would use it on my Stamparatus and use it that way. All right, so we have our card this way. Like I say, I have the inside here. And you know what? I think what I might do is just put this piece here on the inside. And I'm not even thinking that I'm going to do it. Should I do it in pink? Maybe I should do it in a pink. Well, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to definitely need to wash this off. And leaves can be pink, right? Let's go there and bring in our polished pink again. We have such beautiful colors. These are the in colors that came out last year. And I'm hoping I'm not going to have, you know what? And I'm going to double check that to make sure that I don't have a halo on here. These stamps were kind of stamped off to one side, so that's why there's a bit of a thing of possibly having a halo. There we go. Right. And that can go on the inside. Right, so now we can go ahead and start putting this card together. Using the glue, that tends to be my adhesive of choice, especially when I'm on a video. So it does give me a bit of wiggle room. This piece happens to be 5 by 3 3/4. When it's linked to the blog, you'll get the measurements at the blog there as well. All right, so we have this piece here. So I'm going to just put, we're going to think about putting that there. This one's going to go on here like so. We're going to do this. This we're just doing as a dry run just to see how it's going to look. I'm going to put this up here. That's just behind. And then, of course, this is just going to go across here. All right. So I think we've got that kind of set. Now, because I'm going onto a black, I am going to bring in my black dimensionals. So let's go ahead and put the black dimensionals on the back of this particular one. Using the little ones. The beauty of the black dimensionals is they come in 2 different sizes. I tend to use the big ones all the time. So, and I'll put one more on there. Right, I'm going to leave that there for now. All right, So what I'm thinking of doing is I'm going to actually, do I want a bunch of popped up? This is actually, these parts are going to be popped up. So I'm going to go ahead and let's put, and then I can use these little ones in the different spots over here. And we better put one in the middle there so it doesn't buckle down. And then I think I might just put a couple on this one, and then I'm going to glue this one right on top. That's my thought process. One up here. Right. Okay. So, like I say, this part is going to go here. We want that up high enough so that I can get the sentiment down here. So let's put the sentiment down. I think we'll be okay with that. Like I say, with these sentiments being able to be popped out, this is great. Now, if you do not have a demonstrator here in Canada, I'd love to be your demonstrator. I have a fairly hefty reward program for online orders. Plus, also, I give away tutorials. Lately, I've been having issues with my emails, so I can't get those tutorials sent out. So I have to figure out a different way to send them. Okay, so this is going to go up about here. I'm going to put this, you know what, that's going to be there. So I'm going to just go and put that down there. And I'm not going to pop that piece up. Just going to put that down behind there. This piece is going to go over here. And I want there to be a bit of, movement. So I'm actually going to go and I'll do it this way. Better put some glue just down on the bottom down here to make it stick. And then we're also going to have to stick that down when it gets a little tackier. And then this piece can go on here as well. Okay. There we go. Could have actually put some dimensional behind here. That would have been actually a good idea. So let me just pull that up, and I'm just going to quickly put a dimensional behind there. I may have to cut this. That's what I'm thinking. And like I say, I'm using the black dimensionals because I think that they look better when they're put onto a black surface. You don't see them lined out. Okay, so that's just going to go up there like that. Pop that one up there. Now, of course, we need to finish up this part down here. So the best way I thought would be a ribbon. Now, this ribbon is the open weave. This is the polished pink ribbon. So I'm actually going to take some scissors and I'm just going to cut right down the middle. And it may be a little uneven, but that's okay. And I need about 9 to 12 inches of this ribbon because I'm going to tie a double bow. Oops. There is an easier way of doing that. All right, so I'm just going to take this, I'm just going to tie it into a bow. And it's going to be a little frayed on the inside sheer part. There we go. This is the piece that's, there we go. So I'm just going to take them two together, tie it tight, and then pull the strings together as well. And we're just going to cut this off and trim this a little bit as well. And then I'm going to put that on with a glue dot there. And see, by splitting it up like that, it kind of gives a little bit more of a fuller bow on there. Let's come in with a glue dot. Might need two. Just like, the key, like I say, to tying a bow is it to be tight. So you want to make sure that that's tight. That on there like so. And then we're also going to put some gems on there. This does say that it goes with the iridescent pearl gems, but I found that I just didn't think it was going to be, the pearls just didn't kind of go along with this dramatic sort of type thing. So I'm going to come in with my polished pink, and let's just color up some of these. I think I'll do two of the medium size. I find those big ones very big. All right, so let's go and we can put them, whoops, there and one there. Kind of get lost in there, don't they? But you kind of need those on there. All right, so there is my card with the inside on there. I hope you like it. Like I say, we used the True Beauty dies and a stamp set. We also used the Charming Sentiment and the stamp set, and then we used, or with the dies, and then of course we used the split card dies as well on this part there. So I hope you enjoyed that. Like I say, if you've never subscribed before, make sure that you do subscribe. Make sure that you give me the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate that. And if you do live in Canada, I'd love to be your demonstrator. So have a great day, and bye for now.